Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, comments, generous donations, super chats, super thanks, hypes, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us. Grand Rising K Hypsee. Hi, Empress Darby. Somebody's not feeling as confident as they thought that they were going to feel, because that was a very weak ring. See, they didn't think that their lie was going to be magnified as much as it is. They lied on you. You shut them down like in real time. And now they regret for doubting your gift of sight. You saw it. You saw all of it. And they doubted you. They thought that they could come against you, and they did. But now they know they should not have. Hey, lies never stuck. How are you? The Empress. They doubted that you was even the Empress. Telling you, they doubted it. They was like, nah, not that one, not that one. So they had this plan, only for them to find out that that plan was definitely going to be exposed in real fucking time. Now they feel exposed. They feel like they're losing everything. They feel like life is standing still and they can't move because everybody around them is laughing. See, this person, they, instead of them just giving you your props, giving you your flowers, they thought that they could do something sneaky, like hold back or hold something back from you. And they didn't think that you was going to speak out. They didn't think that you was going to notice it. They didn't think that you was going to do anything. But you saw, even whenever this person was like behind, you see one person here and the other person looks like it's just a shadow, like it's just a memory of somebody. You saw it. You saw it all. Hey, High Priestess. And now somebody's like in awe, in regret. They nervous, they worrying, they can't sleep. This was probably a really bad weekend, and they're trying to do research on you, trying to see if they can come up with something on you that that can make it seem like it's okay about what they did. Now they're trying to see if they can somehow excuse themselves from saying what they said. But you saw it. You knew it. You know it. You told this person, somebody else even told this person, hey, you collective is a high priestess. Hey, collective is an earth angel. Don't mess with collective. You don't want to go that route. But somebody didn't believe. They didn't believe. So they thought that they was just like some type of warlock, or they was praying to the wrong God. And they tried it. They didn't think that you was going to see it, but you happened to see that little snake. And that's how you knew that snake was just a snake. You saw the truth. This person now, they're finding out that they weren't as wise or as strong or as cunning as they thought that they were. Especially whenever they was trying to really come after you. They wanted to get your heart. They wanted to do you dirty. This person was full of ego. It was their pride. It was how this was a narcissist. They felt like there was nobody better than them. Nobody can take me down. Like in Training Day, King Kong ain't even got shit on me. And then here come King Kong. Whop. Hey, Malcolm. See, they tried to curse you with some type of spell. They tried to do some magic on you. They tried to curse you or do something and thinking that you would never know. Like they was trying to juggle your money or juggle you or switch something up to make it seem like you did something that you didn't even do. Hey, Jude. But justice always comes because you know what? You have a pure heart. You have pure intentions. You don't have to go after somebody. You don't have to try and make yourself feel good because somebody else you don't have to try and make somebody else feel bad just to make yourself feel good. You feel good because you've worked on yourself, because you know who you are. And so them trying to come in and do something sneaky behind your back, them trying to do something that was going to get you off track, it didn't work. It didn't work. It wasn't going to work. I'm telling you, they tried to affect your money. They tried to affect this gift. They tried to affect what was due to you, and you had to defend yourself. And this is what they're watching. You in defense of yourself. Now somebody's receiving a message, or they're being asked about how they tried to control something. They're being asked to explain to me how you was trying to, or explain to me why you tried to do this. What made it about the collective that you felt you was entitled to do this? And it's because they felt that you felt too confident, like you was too secure. And they didn't like that. They have a problem with your security. Like that even makes any type of sense. They have a problem with you feeling good about yourself. But you know what? They don't know what you had to go through to get there. See, they tried to come after you, a wounded healer, after you've already went through all of these battles and all of these wars. And it's like, you don't have time for this. And so they tried. They really tried it. And they got stuck. Stuck in something that they made for themselves. And now they're finding out that what comes around goes right back around. They're confused because I feel like this person, they didn't know that you could heal yourself. They didn't know that you was that star rising. They didn't know that, you know what, that you sat on the right hand side of God. That's what they didn't know. This is where people mess themselves up, not knowing your spiritual ranking. Because you can't tell just by looking at the outside of the collective. We are meant to look like normal people because God wants to test others and test everybody. You feel like you all that? Okay, let me send one of my collective to you. Let me send one of my 144,000 to you so that you can see who you truly are and how you're truly acting and the way you truly been. See, they wanted to mess up your finances. They wanted you to be left out. They didn't want your confidence to be up or nothing. They wanted you to feel horrible about yourself. But that wasn't going to happen. Them trying to leave you out, oh, that's come to an end. Them trying to discount you, that's over. Them trying to fuck with your money, that's been through. Hey, Robert. Hey, C-Bones, how are you? You already won. Like I said, they know that you won. They know that they couldn't compare themselves to you when you first stepped into the room. And that's what they didn't like. That's exactly what they didn't like. They tried to compete where they don't even compare. It's like you stepped out on faith a long time ago. You've stepped out on faith, and you've been just doing whatever it is that you need to do. Starting, having other people, being an inspiration to other people, showing them how they don't have to settle for this, how they don't have to feel stuck, that they have options. They can always go somewhere else. They can always leave. They can always, they just need to have that faith of that mustard seed within themselves to know that they are not bound to a certain situation, to a certain entity, to a certain energy. Like I said, God sent you there. And people didn't know. God wanted these secret enemies to come out. They wanted themselves to be God wanted them to show themselves, not just to you, but to everyone. So everyone knew who they was looking at. Everyone knew who they was dealing with and talking to. So there was no mistaking. See, this person, something about you had some idea, and this was a valuable idea. And it's almost like somebody they wanted to work with you, but maybe you didn't feel comfortable working with them because you already saw who they were. You already saw that they was a shapeshifter, they was a snake, they acted like a clown, they was immature. You already saw all of that. So they tried to triangulate against you. Judgment was called on this person. And now this information is coming out. Hey, Queen Memoirs. How are you, sweetie? All this information is coming out. How they weren't trying to they weren't trying to give to you equally. And now they have to answer. They have to answer as to why they were trying to hold back from you, why they weren't trying to give to you what is due, what is yours, what you worked for, what you deserve. And now they want to be in regret. They're really in regret because they thought that they could plant certain seeds and people would just believe them, and they would discount you. But see, people remember when this person was going around lying anyway. People remember when this person lied about on other people. It wasn't just you. It's just you were their catalyst. And now things are happening quickly. And you know what? You're not even worried about this whole situation. You just want somebody to leave you the fuck alone. This is why you are being moved to the head of the class and they are being sat in the back because they tried to put themselves first and put you last. But it says those who place themselves first will be last, and those who were placed last will be first. Now somebody's all in their emotions because they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't leave you alone. They kept lying and lying. The lies kept getting bigger and bolder and badder and everything else more unbelievable, to the point this person is so stressed out because they don't even remember all of their lies. Hi, Tracy. They don't remember all their lies. But they heard all of that truth that you told. They saw that you were not one to be played with. They know that you was not going to ever stoop to their level. And so today on the 11/11, January 11th yesterday was the 11th, wasn't it? Because today is the 12th. Yeah, I missed it. But on that, and this could have been yesterday, because I see the 11/11 card. It's like something about that had you receiving your wish fulfillment, had things going in your favor, had your wishes coming true. Yeah, I feel like you're about to get some really good news about either something that you worked on, or really good news from work, or really good news about something. Your craft, your skills. Thank you, High Priestess. Thank you, thank you. And not only that, but the truth is coming out about this witch. How this witch was trying to control something. How this witch was trying to cause havoc. Hey, High Priestess. Thank you. See, you told this person about, or you may not have told this person, hey, I got this gift. I'm psychic. I can see stuff. I'm really spiritual, and you may not have broke it down like that. Maybe this person knows that you have these gifts, or you have a channel, or you got a following, or you just predict stuff, or maybe you just have your own little side hustle at home and you read cards or something, tarot or something, or you have something. But this person discounted you. And now they see that not only was it the truth, but things that you predicted are coming true. That wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. And everything that they lied about, everything that they tried to do to you, how they tried to come against you, it's all blowing up in their face. This reminds me of this one YouTube video where this girl was trying to get back at some dude that she was seeing, but the dude didn't want to see her anymore because he wanted to date somebody else. So she thought that she was going to set his car on fire. So she takes this gas can and these matches over to his car, and he had the window open or something, and she pours all this gasoline into the car and then strikes the match and throws it in. And that shit was an instant blowback. That's what somebody tried to do. And they got that instant blowback. And the whole time, you didn't care. You had already left this whole situation. That's what they was mad about. That you didn't care about them, about their bullshit, about what they was trying to control. You know, it's almost like you didn't give this person the attention that they so desperately wanted from you. And that's what they couldn't stand. Hey, J. Mike, that you didn't give this person any attention because it wasn't warranted. You had better things to do with your time. You could have been saying, okay, I'm going to pick the shit out of my toenails instead. Or, you know what, let me go ahead and file my nails and say, you had better shit to do with your time than to fuck around with this fucker. Hey, Aishina. And so now this person knows that your happiness is inevitable. They can't stop it if they wanted to. You've already been working on being a happy individual. You've been working on that joy. You've been working on whatever it is that's going to bring you security and you happiness. You didn't need them. And they didn't need to be fucking with you. Hey, the soul archetype, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah. You know that you getting ready to come out on top. You know. You feel it within in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. That's why you're not even worried about it. You know that this person was trying everything that they could to get underneath your. They wanted to see you pick up some shit and throw it. You know, knocking over desks, kicking shit, slapping people on the street. They wanted to see you just like, but it wasn't going to work. It was never going to work. You was always going to get your wish fulfillment. Things were always going to go your way. You was not even worried. I know that's right, J. Mike. You was not even worried. What's the message, Spirit? Oh, that's too many. Yeah, but something about, your communication. Somebody's trying to see what you had to say. You said some type of communication, and you wrote some type of communication, and I saw that somebody was trying to see what you had to say. Hold on. Okay, are we back? All right. They don't want this message to get out. Because they don't want you to know that you were moving forward. Things is going forward. You're being moved to safety, or something is going forward at a fast rate. God is moving you forward to the front of the class extremely quickly. And whatever somebody else invested their time in, that's being blown up, blown to smithereens. Kaploom! Just like that girl's hair when she tried to light that match. Her hair, her eyebrows, her eyelashes, the skin on her face, everything blown to fucking smithereens. All she had to do was take what the dude said. Hey, I don't want to see you no more. And instead of her sitting there thinking that he had the only wangy wang on the face of this earth, she should have recognized Every man got a wangy wang. There's a whole bunch of them. Can I get some more likes in the chat, please? There's 103 and only 45 likes. I'd appreciate it. It's like, come on now. Somebody has to, it's like somebody was immature. That's what it was. They were very immature, thinking that, and it has nothing to do with how old somebody was, because maturity is not indicative of chronological age. See, they couldn't see that you was a whole star and you was not afraid to defend yourself, that you was not afraid to stand 10 toes down for yourself. Somebody, they had to learn the hard way that, you know what, in certain situations, you just can't win them all. You know, if you feels like you gotta win, go to the casino. Spend all your money there trying to see if you can win everything. And you're going to walk out of there broker than a joke and owing some loan sharks. But leave people the fuck alone. Because like I said, you don't know their spiritual ranking when you fucking around with them. You have no clue who they truly are in the spiritual realm. Something about 10-10 justice. Exactly, Queen Memoirs. May they have the life they deserve. And see, this person is finding out that they're about to have the life they deserve too. They're not getting no peace. They're looking for peace. They're not going to have no peace. None whatsoever. Their life is going to be about a lot of strife because they tried to lie on you. And see, they just didn't know that, you know, who you were, that your word carried weight. So they thought that they was doing something. They are doing something. They got all their shit blowed back. Hey, touche. Now they get to really concentrate on something. They get to concentrate on growing their eyelashes, their eyebrows, their hair, their skin, everything. They get to concentrate on getting that shit back. They wanted something to do. They was feeling like, oh, I'm gonna get this motherfucker back as long as it takes. It didn't take long for you to get that person back. And see, that dude wasn't even worried because he had insurance on his car. Not only did he have insurance on his car, but he took her dumb ass to fucking court and tapped out her insurance. And not only did he tap out her insurance and got rich quick off of her, now she got to pay. Everything for her in life is fucked up. And she got a fucking hospital bill. Like they say, what comes around goes around. And sometimes it comes quick. People think, oh, it's going to take a minute. No, sometimes, and it took exactly less than 1 minute for her. And it's taken exactly less than a minute for somebody else. Like they say, you're going to learn today. Somebody learn it. I know I saw something flip over. Here it is. Yeah. They are so upset with themselves, as they should be. Like, what was it? Like, why? It don't even make sense. Hey, the Divine Oracle. How are you, sweetie? Doesn't even make sense. All this person had to do was treat you right. Now somebody want to they want to come in and apologize because you had pure intentions. They couldn't find nothing on you, and people was looking. They was trying to find something on you, but for the life of them, they couldn't. God has turned their back on this person. Or if they was working for a company, that shit is over. Or if this was a relationship, that shit is over. You know, it's like, come on. Sometimes you just have to let shit go. Because judgment is a motherfucker. Especially whenever you was trying to play God in somebody else's life and God said, no. I got this. You sit on down. I'm gonna show you who the real God is. What's the message, Spirit? Oh, that's a lot. Yeah. See, they didn't know that you had as much power as you have. They didn't know, but they know now. They see that the person who brought the real smoke was you. While they sitting here trying to rub two sticks together to create a little bit of fire, you done already set the whole shit off. Bloom. Hey, DMG Gun, how are you? They thought that they could change your destiny. They really did. They thought they could change your destiny. You know, they thought that they could have you out in the cold. Nobody was going to care about you. Nobody was going to love you. Nobody was going to be around you. And everybody was going to be looking at this person like, oh, you the one that we need to be around. You the one that we love. You the one that this and that and the other. No, not at all. See, people see the truth about this narcissist and how this narcissist was just trying to take what was yours. They know the truth about who this leader is. The leader is the one who was sitting here trying to, that deserves this. Robert, you said something about 1010. And now they sitting here stuck looking stupid, trying to figure out how you figured it out. How you saw that they was trying to get people against you, trying to triangulate against you. You had already told them. Now it's just left for the universe to show them. Yes, fat meat is greasy. Believe that. If you don't believe nothing else, believe that fat meat is greasy. What's the message, Spirit? Now somebody want to try and call favors and try and see if they can call out somebody and this and that and the other. But they're looking like a fool for trying to come up against an earth angel, thinking that they was being slick, sly, and you know, like somebody didn't know. They look foolish for real. They look foolish. And the part that they look foolish is because they was trying to come up against you, not knowing who you are. You know, that's like going to a job interview and you trying to walk in the door, somebody else trying to walk in the door. You look that person up and down, calling them all kinds of names. Move, bitch, yo, raggedy ass, looking ugly, stinking with your stinking ass, and what you get your and what the fuck is up with them old raggedy ass shoes? Move, bitch, you in my fucking way. And the person was like, oh my, okay, let me move on out the way. And so you were sitting there, you waiting for your interview to come, and then they finally come on up in here. Come on, it's time for your interview. And you stand up and you straighten your clothes out and everything, and you looking at your resume and it look good, and you get your little attache case and you walking up in there, and the person behind the desk is the same one you just cussed out. That person is like, remember me? The bitch? The stinky, nasty, ugly one that you was cussing out at the door. Remember me? Go ahead and give me your resume. And you feeling dumb and you give it the resume and she like shh, in front of your ass. Same thing. You look stupid. You look real dumb thinking that you was way up here and somebody else was way down there. Because you placed importance on yourself, not knowing that the collective was already up there. You couldn't even touch them if you tried. Now they're asking you to leave kindly with you, oh evil, demonic self. See now, they should have left that devil a long time ago. Or the devil was the reason for them to have to leave. You talk about what comes around goes back around. Yes, that shit went right back around. And the devil is in the middle of that shit laughing his ass the fuck off like, oh, you don't. Tell me one more time. What did you say to the person at the door? And you like, shut up, leave me alone, devil. And they're like, no, because I got some demons and I just want to make sure I get the story right. This shit was funny. And you all upset, but you know you can't whoop the devil's ass, so you just sit there quietly in the corner crying. Baby, I'm not really crying. I'm telling you, you sitting there in the corner crying, damn. Because you know you can't whoop the devil's ass. You know you brought it on yourself. You know you was just feeling yourself. Maybe you would put on some new cologne or something like, I'm feeling myself. I smell good. And I got my new shoes on. And I'm looking good. It wasn't looking that damn good. And everybody's sitting there laughing at your dumb ass. What's the message? What's the message? And you still getting everything that you deserve. They thought they was going to take your inheritance. I'm sorry, boo. No, you still getting everything that you deserve, everything that you was promised, everything that you knew you was going to get from a long time ago. And this person just upset, sitting there with a broken heart, just can't stop trying to mean mug you, baby. Oh, look at that person looking at you. Mean mugging you with a broken ass heart. Here you are all healed and looking like a star, looking like you the strong one. Because you wasn't afraid to defend yourself at all. Because you knew there was nothing for you to do. What was going to go around was getting ready to come right back around. God got you. That's why you didn't even that's why you refrained from even getting into this little tussle with this person. There was nothing to tussle about. Nothing to tussle about. This person trying to thinking that they was really getting these people together, like they was really working on something. They was going to create some problems for you. That was just a fantasy. A fantasy. Everybody already looked up to you as a role model, as somebody who knew how to get down, as somebody that was worthy of wearing a crown. Now this person, they want to come with some type of apology because everybody see that they ain't nothing but a fucking snake. Now they want to try and ghost the whole situation. And everybody was telling them that you always had this pure heart. You've always been loving and kind and gentle. You not the one that's going to start no shit, but you also not the one that's going to let somebody come with some shit with you. You going to be the one to end it. You ain't going to start it, but you will end it. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody was looking at me, trying to get me to get up. Let me look on over here. Let that canine go on out the door. Go PLAY in the living room. She's already trying to look. See, that shit that they threw out to you backfired, baby. Like I said, that woman struck that match, put it in there, whew, and you could physically see her body being moved with the intensity of the flames and the fire and the funk and the fury that came back on that ass. And now somebody regretting this because they getting a message. They getting a message from the leader of this group or somebody large and in charge about the truth coming out. They instantly got that shit coming back on them. And they can't hide it. The truth is there. Let me put her out. Go on, girl. Go outside. Go. Go on. Go on. Go on. You good out here. You hear me? I thought I was going to be able to get away with it, but she was like, nope, I will circle around 50 times until you open up this damn door. So instead of y'all seeing that little tip of the tail go past the screen 50 times, I said, let me just open up the damn door. But yeah, this person they upset, they getting this message that all that shit, like I said, and it's because they was trying to hold something back from you. That's why they got to leave. Hey, Affy, how are you? That's why they got to leave, because they was trying to hold something. They was trying to get in the middle of they felt like they was this dark, dark priestess. They, like I said, they was praying to the wrong one. They felt like they could overpower you. They felt like they could overpower you, like you couldn't get away. Like you couldn't do nothing, do something about it then. You was like, okay, watch this. Bling. That's when they felt that whole blowback. That shit blew up. And everybody is sitting here looking at it, talking about it, reading about it. Everybody. Of how this person was trying to come after you. A true sweetheart. somebody with pure intentions, how they was trying to affect your job. You can't make this up. How they was trying to affect your job, somebody, and then, or trying to get into something that you was working on, like that somebody was trying to be a third party, like they was trying to insert themselves into some place they didn't even belong. Hey, straight cheese, how are you? But yeah, it's a bitch whenever judgment is called on you and you the one that was doing wrong. You know, that is straight up embarrassing. Like, what you gonna do? How you going when they got the proof, when you got the receipts, and you say, oh, I got these receipts. Hold on. Let me show you this. Let me get this. Oh, did you see this? What about this? And go back to this day. And what about that? And blah, blah, blah. You know, when you got the receipts and you show that somebody was caught lying, and that person like, okay, here's the truth. You got something to dispel the truth. And that person was like, no. Like, you didn't think about that shit? Some people don't think past their nose. Hell, they don't even think that far. You know, they just think, and they think it's gonna work. They think it's gonna work when that shit was never going to work. All they did was go around town yapping, lying, jaw jacking. That was it. This person been doing this shit for a while. They've been causing confusion for a while. People have been looking at this person build up a whole lot of karma for a while. And like we said, you was just not the one for them to fuck with. You was the one that was going to shut it down. They didn't know that you was protected. They didn't know. But the crowd see that you was their wish fulfillment, that you was finally the one that came in and shut that shit down. Somebody thought that they could pull a fast one over on this King of Pentacles. You know, like, oh no, you didn't see that. But you know what? God said, no, no. You stepped in and saved the day. You won the little war. You head and shoulders above that other person, you know, who thought that they was coming in, charging in fast, and they was going to do this and do that. You coming in riding on your horse all slow like. You was like, I don't want my horse to be tired by the time I get there. You the one who had the damn receipts. You know, and now this bully sitting here looking at you, spying on you, trying to see what they can do to minimize some shit. You know, maybe if I apologize for all these lies and everything, you know, this person got a good heart. You know, they got a good heart. They won't see what I was really working on. Your heart is good, but you ain't that stupid. That's the difference. See, this person thinking that they getting paid to lie, to think. You ain't getting paid shit to think. You was getting paid to work. And you wasn't even doing that shit right. Thinking that they could come in and be like, oh, you know what? I don't know why you thought that. Yes, I was walking around with all them daggers and them knives and them swords in my backpack. But they wasn't all for you. In fact, none of them was really for you. None of them. You believe me, don't you? I mean, because I really respect you. Nose be growing and shit. You're like, damn, you know, are you really related to Pinocchio? Well, that is my grandfather's brother, mother's cousin. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. Like you didn't know that they was a hidden enemy. Like, you don't see me as a hidden enemy. You see what you see, but you don't know what you know. Come on. Come on. You just mad because the shit didn't work out. You just mad because you ain't my dad. Tell my mama. Remember that song? I'm going to tell your mama. Tell my mama. I'm going to tell your mama. Tell my mama. You just mad because you ain't my dad. They didn't think that the shit was going to come around that quick. And I know they don't think that you're going to sit there and believe that damn lie. Hey, Melissa, how are you this morning? It's like, you got to come a lot better with them lies. See, they like hoping and praying that, you was always a sweetheart. I don't see why you're going to change up now. Really? Because I saw that you was a witch. Because you called me a witch, but you the one who turned out to be the witch. And you thought that you could overpower me. You thought that you could play God in my life whenever I come with the truth, bitch. I don't think so. It don't work like that. It never worked like that. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever. Yeah. Somebody was trying to steal your joy. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. They didn't get this. God gave you this cup of love. That's the cup of love. That's that happy family, happy life. That's by God. God is like, I'm still right here. I ain't going nowhere. What the fuck you thought that you was gonna do? What the fuck you thought that you was? Did you think that you was that big and that bad? That's why your little lying ass got to go. You thought that you was gonna try and control something. You was trying to be a narcissist. You was gonna curse my love. Oh, hell no. That's why your ass got to fucking go. And stop acting like you all upset, depressed, because you wasn't stopping whenever everybody, including your own ancestors, said to stop. You act like you didn't have a fucking clue. Like, damn, do I hear something? Do I hear something? Your ancestors said, just sit back. Let them go ahead and sacrifice them damn self. Because you know what? You cannot. We already had the conversation a couple of days about the hard head and the soft ass booty. If you didn't see that one, you go back until I think it was on Saturday. The first video on Saturday. The hard head and the soft booty. See, somebody thought that they had this, that they could get in the middle of whatever you had going on, that you wasn't the chosen one, and that nobody was going to see. And now the fact that they got busted, everybody is so happy. You talk about the people, they thinking about creating an extra holiday called the day this dumb motherfucker got busted day. And everybody get off work, they closing schools, they opening up stores and just go in and get shit for free. They doing this, they doing that. Amusement parks is giving out free rides. The carnivals is coming to town. Everything. They making cotton candy and cookies for everybody. Everybody is happy. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Right, the Stepdaddy song. Right. Yeah. And guess what? They still didn't keep you stuck. You still are free to go and move around as you want. This person, like I said, they still trying to figure out how you found out the truth, how you saw it was them. They still trying to figure that shit out. Anything else from this deck? But now they know. When somebody say, hey, so-and-so is an empress, don't doubt that shit. Because if they an empress, they're going to be protected. God going to protect them. So don't doubt that shit. Let's see what the stack got to say. I just said gremlin, exactly. Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? Yeah, something about this old ass tramp. And then they got the nerve to be a secret admirer. They wish that they could do what you do, but this person needed to let go of the ugly past. This the same, that old tramp. That's the same one been cheating for years. Been cheating for years. Yeah. See, they thought that they was getting ready to step on you. No. They felt this huge energy shift. They should have tried something. They should have tried something different. Because you knew that they was coming for you. That's why you was feeling cautious. And everybody's getting their just due. They just did not know that you was a master teacher. But they know now. Yes, they do. All right, y'all. We getting ready to do the pendulum, and then I'm getting ready to jump off of here and do my straight 8. Lightworker William is at work, and I'm getting ready to go to work too. All right, so focus in on what you want to ask. And remember, if the pendulum swings towards you, that's a yes. If it swings left and right, that's a no. All right, so go ahead and focus. And it is swinging towards you. All right, the pendulum is swinging in a yes motion. All right. Okay, y'all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. If you can please hit the like button. If you have not already hit the like button before you exit the chat, I would really appreciate it. Hi, Kenta. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And we will see each other this evening. Lightworker William, have a wonderful day at work. J Mike, have a wonderful day. Everyone, have a wonderful day. I love you all. And we'll see each other soon, okay? All right. Bye now.